Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Oh! I guess.
All right!
How's this?
Oh! How's this?
Wow. Thanks. I was wondering why she'd gone quiet. She's still eating.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Mm-hmm. You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Yeah! Hey. Just great. Hey! Good.
What? Is this your idea of atonement?
I never put much thought into what would come after liberation.
Don't expect me to help you with this sort of thing in the future.
We finally made it.
I hate camping out.
be a breeze. Get in, get out.
By the power of sword!
Do it!
Lightning orb!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is? No backing down! Here I come! Right! Destructive!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
That looks like the Zoogle we were told about.
Out of our way!
It's over!
Oh, in here!
Blow away!
This'll come in handy.
My fists are crushing it out there! They got me flanked! I'm on!
Well, we're on the home
done,
stretch
Shion.
now. You're slapped. Step it up.
Yeah.
It's finished!
Let's do it!
A lot of it's buried, but some of it could still be usable.
Only if we drive off the Zoogles, though. Is the area worth the trouble? I suppose we won't be running out of work anytime soon.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Yeah. Sorry. Damn it. Hey. Gotcha. Right.
You seem happy for someone who just went on a wild goose chase.
Hey, when you're free, there's no need to sweat the small stuff.
Oh, it's no skin off my nose. But if we're done here already, can we get back to our mission? We've reached our destination.
Why did people dig this path so far underground?
Maybe it was too dangerous on the mountains for them to traverse over them.
So you're saying that before Dana was conquered, Danans made this so that they'd have a way to get through the mountains?
If I had to guess, they might have even lived inside of these once upon a time.
Not like there's any way of knowing now. Not after all our history was lost.
No, it wasn't lost. It was stolen from us by the Renans because they thought slaves didn't need it. And because keeping it around would have made it harder to control us.
It's not all gone. Look at that over there.
What is it? It looks like a broken piece from a dish or something.
Probably. It's true the Renans erased a lot of our history. But if we look hard enough, I think we'll find there's still plenty of it left. But first, we have to win the freedom to even look for it.
We'll win it all right. Then we'll reclaim our history.
I guess Messia is the first place we met. Hala.
Yeah, I was a snake eye and you were a silver sword. Who would have thought we'd end up on the same team?
You make an odd pair, it's true.
You guys are the odd ones, running with a Renin.
An opponent like this should be easy. Destruction! Please! You're done! Here I come! It's over!
They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious.
Destruction! Take this! Look out, fire!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
You're finished! All yours! Here I come! I'll run you Destruction!
Big blast! Now!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got!
Well done.
Blow away! Destruction!
Dance in the
Take
wind!
this! It's over!
Come on! Raging
Destruction! It's over!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
Phew! What a rush!
Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
An astral blast?
That's my cue. Here's a hero.
Shut him down!
Hey, that...
Destruction!
Alright.
Here I come!
Dance in the wind.
You're finished!
Here's a healing heart.
Destruction! I'll run you through!
Wind astral energy. Let's go.
Rollerblade!
Lightning descent. Thunderblade. Cover the caster.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art.
My turn! That's enough! Enough guns! Blow away! Here I come! Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
No choice. Take this!
One more.
Destruction!
Tower to four.
Take this! You're finished!
That's for him.
Destruction!
They're surrounding us. Go. Talon field.
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
We are freaking invincible!
Astral energy!
Say no more. Shot.
Well done.
Here I come.
Dance in the wind!
You're mine.
More for the top! Blah, blah, blah,
You're
In
finished.
here! I'm on! All tucked away!
You're mine.
I'll finish you here and now!
Demons descend!
Flashing bang!
Looks like it could be worth something.
Hi, Hoodle!
Take this.
Don't mind if I do!
It's over. I'm on it. Take this. How about this? Double demon fang.
Is it hot? Just smash it out again!
Come one, come all. Severing wind. It's almost too strong.
Leave the enemy
Be my
cards
guest.
to me!
No complaints here! I'll finish you here and now!
Destruction.
In here! Not in your dreams!
Talon Sword! By the power of water!
You're mine.
Crumble! Talon Sword!
Here goes!
We did it.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
You're mine. It's over. Here I come. Crush. Destruction.
Sweet now!
Here I come.
Now it's over! Astral energy! Full throttle! Hit!
Take this.
Alright!
You're finished.
Flame of the
Here I come.
Thunderblade!
I'm on it. That's what I like to hear.
Forgive you!
Take this.
Eat this!
It's over. Crush.
Eat this! I'll run you
Take
through!
this. You're finished.
Light astral
Please,
energy!
go away.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Dance in the wind!
Through it. First strike.
In here!
I'll end you!
Get on it!
Destruction. Crush.
I'm only getting started! Now!
River.
Astral energy!
Say no more. Got it.
Well done!
I'm on it. You're mine. You're finished.
One
You're
more!
mine.
More where that came from!
We managed to pull through. Opponent like this should be easy. You picked the wrong fight.
This one's mine!
Light astral
Go away!
not on my watch!
Now you see what I can do!
Here, let me help!
I'm on it. You're mine.
You're done!
You're finished. Come and face me.
Do it!
Destruction.
Demons descend! Flashing bang! Easy!
Way to go!
Here I come. You're finished.
I'll finish
you hear it now? Thanks. You're mine. It's over. Destruction.
I'm out of ammo. Lightning attack.
Destruction. Here I come. You're finished.
Lightning condemned.
Here I come. Try harder. Now. Storm. What is that? Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno. First strike.
Here, let me help.
You're done.
Great aim.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying? These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more punching.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Watch this.
Whoa, hey, one at a time.
We managed to pull through.
You picked the wrong fight!
Where are you going?
I'm on it! Armor won't save you!
You're mine!
Here's astral energy!
Say no more.
Shut!
Well done!
Go away! Here I come! That's what I like to hear.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
No escape!
Eat this!
Severing wings!
Dance in the
Hurrah!
wind!
First strike!
Feel
Destruction!
the flame of the devil!
Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
You're mine! It's over!
Coming here! Dance in the wind!
I'm on it!
In here!
Storm!
Here I
You're
go!
on!
I'm only getting here!
Go
Go!
away!
Thunderblade! See my
Strike!
triangle?
Ready and rare! That's enough!
Oh, and here! Flame of fury! Wind astral
My
energy!
turn! Now! Here I come! Crush! I'm on it! Storm!
Steel!
Crush!
Glacial now! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Certainly not bad.
No complaints here.
Gotta break through! Burn!
If it's in the sky, it's mine. You got company.
That's enough! I'll smash you!
Here's a healing op. Where are you going?
You're mine!
Wind astral
You're
energy.
finished.
Up and out. Let's go. Great beyond. Astral energy. Full throttle.
I'm on it!
Here's
One
Eagle.
more!
One more.
Big blast!
Great blast.
Take this! You're finished!
Here's a healing op.
Destruction!
Eat this.
Did you just heal me?
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Nicely done.
It's
Here's a
on!
healing arc.
You're mine! I'll run you through! Crush! Destruction! Crush! Go away!
By the bright astral energy.
Go away!
Here's a
Take this!
lightning. Great energy.
Eat this!
Lightning
Destruction!
Back into the
It's
fray!
on!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Got it!
Well done!
Shattering! Here I
Do
come!
it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
We're in good form!
This will be a delicious piece of... Hey, Glacial Steel! Here's the evil!
I'm on it!
I got it!
It's over!
Eat this! Put this on for size! They got me flanked!
Raging Cascade!
Now I can let loose!
Shining Supernova! Raging Cascade!
You picked the wrong fight! Take it! You're finished! Slash!
Do it!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Got it!
Well done!
My turn! It's over!
Proton blast!
Destruction!
Air... There's more where that came from.
All this walking up and down is a pain.
Yeah, I wish we could just go straight through without all this hassle.
On the other hand, the collapsed parts let you reach some places you wouldn't be able to otherwise.
Now that you mention it, the ceiling's not gonna come down on us, is it?
Go no further!
Here I come! It's over!
I'm surrounded!
Let's get you off
I'm not done!
Talon Hurricane!
Destruction!
Cover the
Here I
capture!
come!
Now!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Easy! Way to go!
Eat this!
I'm not done!
Banana, let's go!
We are freaking invincible!
Falcon and the others truly are strong.
What about me?
This one! You're alive!
You're
Here I come!
Eat this! Watch
You're
it!
finished!
Banana, let's go!
Destruction! Eat this!
Now!
Eat this!
Here's the healing! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Can't hold on much longer! Not on my watch!
You're finished!
Talon Hurricane!
I'll take you all on! Okay, here I go!
Eat this! I'll smash you!
Light
Take
lightning
this!
condensed!
You're finished! Destruction!
Talon Hurricane!
Where are you going?
Destruction!
Photon dance!
It's on!
Now!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Got it!
Well done! Here's the evil!
No escape! Burn in hell!
Wind astral energy! Lightning condensed!
Swallow blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! My turn!
Talon
Hurricane! Take this!
Light claw!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
I'm pretty worn out.
Want to rest up for a bit? I need some...
Little help!
Let's give it a whirl!
I can carve through armor!
Art expert coming through!
Dragon, now! Dragon Swarm! Talon Hurricane!
Here's the evil!
Do it! Crush!
Lost!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Easy! Way to go!
Lightning control!
Just getting lucky! Take it! First strike! Crush!
Lightning!
Destruction!
I don't think I'm going to be able to do any more healing for now.
Hey, Law. Back when we left Cisleden, you remember how you said so long as you don't give up, there's nothing to stop someone starting over?
Yeah?
Well, I think you did just that. You've set out on a new path despite what happened in your past. Besides, you're not the only one fumbling your way through things.
You too?
It was your dad who taught me to fight. Back at the start of all this, I knew that so long as I followed him, I wouldn't end up straying. But it was also your dad who told me the importance of becoming my own master, of searching out the answers within me. I always figured I would one day. But at the same time, I had so much more to learn. When he died, I suddenly found myself rudderless. Sure, our immediate goal is to defeat all the lords. But then what comes after that? There's no one left to point me in the right direction. It was then that I realized, no matter how much I fret about it, the only thing I can do is fight. Renin brutality isn't going to right itself. So that's what I'm doing. Fighting. And in the meantime, I'll try to figure out my next move. Right now, that's about all I can do.
And you really believe you got what it takes to win this? Against all the odds?
Yes, I do. Or at least I want to. If I'm being completely honest, sometimes I'm not really sure whether I can or not. So what if we're still figuring stuff out? If we do it together, then we can support one another along the way. Is there anything so wrong with that?
No, I don't think there is. I think I get it now. We may not know what we're capable of, but we have to try all the same.
Having another one of your secret meetings? Don't tell me you were taking yet another bathroom break?
Oh, we were just engaging in a bit of brotherly bonding. Isn't that right, Alphen?
Yeah, that's right.
Fine then, suit yourselves. Hey, I think I can feel a breeze up ahead. I bet the exit is real close.
Finally! Man, it's been too long since I felt the sun on my face.
I think Hoodle senses something.
When I get in a tussle, I go full force right at him. Whoever makes the first move wins.
I do have to admit, it's quite the spectacle to watch you charge in and go to town on someone during a battle.
Yeah, it was actually my old man who taught me to fight that way. The more I lay the beat down on some baddies, the more fired up my fists of fury get.
Zephyr taught you? Wow. I guess you really are following in his footsteps.
There's nothing wrong with being so focused on offense, but the enemy always fights back at some point.
As long as I don't get hit, it's not a problem, right?
So what you're saying is you're too weak to take a hit.
You're not exactly one to talk.
What were you two talking about earlier?
Earlier? Oh, it was just serious guy talk. You know, the kind that girls don't get to hear.
Really?
Don't mind him, Renwell. It's just... Well, maybe it is a little difficult to talk about in front of women.
Difficult to talk about? Okay, now I really want to hear it. Unless... It's not the creepy sort of guy talk, right?
No! Okay? It's not creepy!
Okay, okay. As long as you're fighting fit, you can talk about whatever you like.
We're finally here. Elda Menancia, the land of green. The place certainly lives up to its name, doesn't it?
Yeah, just feel that breeze. It's like night and day compared to Calaglia and Cislodia.
Unsullied, fertile land, as far as the eye can see. That's beautiful. Oh, what?
No, nothing. Just... I was thinking the very same thing.
That's the realm capital in the distance. The city of Vicent. A word to the wise before we continue. Elda Menancia has produced more sovereigns over the years than any other.
Shion! Guess we should probably follow after her, shouldn't we? Hey, you all right, Law?
Yeah, fine. I was just thinking how Dad would have enjoyed this view. All this green in one place is... incredible. Anyway, let's get moving before we start looking tasty to monsters.
Is he going to be okay?
Eventually. That's a wall he'll have to overcome on his own. What's wrong? Huh?
Yes!
Should this really be here?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Mm-hmm. Just great. That can't be. Nice. Very well.
Maybe we should have left them alone.
Thanks, Xion.
Why are you thanking me?
So if I remember right, there are 6 elements of astral energy, and darkness is only on Rena, and light can only be found on Dana, right?
Right. I only remember because my parents drilled it all into my head when I was little.
How did we find out about dark astral energy in the first place if it's not on Dana, though?
Beats me. I couldn't tell you how or when we figured out that sort of stuff. I'm sure there's other stuff we've forgotten along the way, too.
Yeah, I bet. And then we forget that knowledge was even forgotten at all, and it's back to square one.
Exactly. That's why we need to take good care of what knowledge and artifacts we still have left.
You really have a thing for old stuff, don't you?
Well, I don't know that I'd call it just a thing. It's also something that helps me feel connected to our world.
Connected?
It's nothing. Forget I even mentioned it. I should have guessed that there'd be no way he'd understand. How could he?
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
You're finished! Here I come!
Here goes!
Here I come!
I'm surrounded!
You're finished!
I never
Got
miss.
flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
It's over! All yours!
Now!
Demons descend! Flashing bang!
Easy! Way to go!
You're mine! This one's all mine! First strike!
I'm on a roll now! Dance in the
Here I
wind!
come! You're finished! Win!
I'm out high!
You're finished!
I'm all out of now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! I still got a ways to go.
I hate camping out.
I always loved the sound of hammers banging away.
Why do you keep staring at me, Xion?
Just, what is that wolf on your shoulder?
Oh, this thing? I love it! I got it off a street vendor for just 10 gold.
I don't know if that's something to brag about.
Hey, 10 gold's a bargain if you ask me.
Because it wouldn't sell otherwise. It serves no practical purpose. Honestly, I'm surprised you paid 10 whole gold for it.
Shut up!
But the detail is so lifelike. I think you made a good choice, Law.
Really?
I have no idea why you wear it over your shoulder, though.
I think it looks pretty cool.
87! 88! 89! Oh, shoot!
What the? Is the enemy attacking?
Sorry about that. You're not hurt, are you?
Law? What on Dana are you doing?
What am I doing? Training, obviously. I found these nice and heavy rocks that I decided to strap onto my arms, but I guess I didn't tie them down good enough because they went flying.
So you were doing improvised weight training. You and your crazy ideas.
I can't help it. If I'm not training, it's easy for me to get anxious.
Well, that's fair. Actually, I remember seeing you practicing your forms for some time when we were camping the other day.
Yep. No amount of muscle will do you any good if you don't stay on top of your fighting forms. It always feels good when I know I'm still sharp.
Sounds to me like you have too much pent-up energy.
Don't train so hard that you wind up hurting yourself, Law. I promise you, you're already perfectly strong as it is.
No, I'm not. You never know what we'll run into out there. You can never go into a fight too prepared. And that's the truth. Besides, I won't rest until I know that I'm stronger than you, Alphen.
Oh, I see how it is. Well, I don't plan on letting you beat me. Maybe I'll add some weights to my sword and practice swinging it. That should help out.
Alvin, are you crazy?
You're right. This does make for decent training. Good call with the extra weight, Law.
Right? Now you get it!
Since we've already come this far, what do you say we have a little one-on-one with our rocks strapped on?
Hell yeah! I'm down for that! Just give me a second, I'll be all ready to roll. Okay, I'm all set. Let's do this! Ah!
Gah!
Take this!
I'm just getting started.
Our camp is completely wrecked!
Go. You two are cleaning it up.
Yes,
Shion.
All done. Come and eat.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Shouldn't you be resting?
I wanted to talk with you for a bit.
I don't really want to talk right now.
Right. I'll, stop bothering you then.
I didn't say you were bothering me. Sorry. Don't take it personally. I'm just not used to being around other people, so I don't really know how to chit-chat.
Well, for a start, you let your guard down a little. Hey, here's a thought. What if you tell me about your childhood?
What with my thorns and all, I didn't really have one. Not to speak of, anyway. Although, I guess I did have one friend.
Who was it?
A really old doll.
Oh.
When I was a little girl, the doll was the only thing I could touch and hold without worrying about my thorns hurting it. I would do things like dress it up or sit it on my lap when I was eating. The two of us were practically inseparable.
Can I ask something?
Is it about the fact that I played with dolls?
No, it isn't. I only wanted to ask who gave you the doll in the first place.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Where is it now?
I had to leave it behind when I left Lenegus. I didn't have a choice. Most likely it's long gone at this point. I think it's time we go to sleep. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?